Okay, now I'm for the reference Saul, for whom is Paul, Matthew, Isaiah, and the prophet Muhammad. So this is Saul, for whom is Paul, in 1 Corinthians 14, verse 20. Brethren, be not children in understanding, howbeit in malice, for which is defined as a willful or intentional state of mind in which the actor intends to bring about an injury or wrongdoing. In criminal law, malice can be evident by the act itself, as when someone purposefully injures someone else. Be ye children, but in understanding be men. And then Isaiah says, Isaiah 65 verse 23, they shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble, for they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord, and their offspring with them. Then Matthew 25, verses 40 through 46. And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, depart from me, you cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungered, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in. Naked, and ye clothed me not. Sick in prison, and ye visited me not. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee a hungered, or a thirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister? For which is defined as to give aid or service unto thee. Then shall he answer them, saying, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did not to one of the least of these, you did it not to me. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal. The Shihi International Version of the Holy Quran, chapter 47, verses 1 through 10 says, those who disbelieve and avert, for which is defined as to turn away or aside the eye of one's gaze, and avoidance people from the way of Allah, he will waste their deeds. And those who believe and do righteous deeds and believe in what has been sent down upon Muhammad, and it is the truth from their Lord, he will remove from them their misdeeds and amend them condition. That is because those who disbelieve follow falsehoods, and those who believe. So hold on here, and I'm gotta see, that's what I hate about, man. These people done stole my stuff, and then I ain't prepared. But hey, this in real time. So this is the thing about a crime, man. Follow the truth from their Lord. Thus does Allah present to the people their comparison, for which is defined as the representing of one thing or person as similar to or like another. So when you meet those who disbelieve in battle, strike their necks until when you have inflicted slaughter upon them, then secure their bonds, and either confer favor afterwards or ransom them until the war lays down its burdens. That is the command. And if Allah had willed, he could have taken vengeance upon them himself. But he ordered armed struggle to test some of you by means of others. And those who are killed in the cause of Allah, never will he waste their deeds. He will guide them and amend their condition and admit them to paradise, which he has made known to them. O you who have believed, if you support Allah, he will support you and plant firmly your feet. But those who disbelieve, for them is misery, and he will waste their deeds. This is because they dislike what Allah revealed, so he rendered worthless their deeds. Have they not traveled through the land and seen how was the end of those before them? Allah destroyed everything over them. And for the disbeliever is something comparable, for which is defined as capable of or suitable for comparison, for which is defined as an examination of two or more items to establish similarities and dissimilarities, right? So now, let's break it down. Let's now I done gave you the synopsis. Now I'm finna come and give you what I'm saying. Okay, in 1 Corinthians 14, brethren, be not children in understanding, right? In churches, synagogues, temples, mosques, projects, communities, schools, colleges, right? How be in malice, right? So that's your state of mind. And in criminal law, malice can be evident by the act itself in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida, is when someone purposefully injured Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., Benita Elaine Epps Castle, Tamika Ray Sean Castle, and Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., as well as their business affairs at Four Castles Incorporated and now Chancey Incorporated, right? Then it says, be ye children, but in understanding be men. So be ye children, right? But in your understanding be men and women. Because if you are a child of God for whom has grown in maturity, then you should be a man of wisdom and a woman of understanding, right? Which then makes you as wise as your serpent. See, we must understand that whatever image we're in, the serpent is in that same image. So if you are as wise as a serpent and you are a woman, then you are God's female image in wisdom. See, if you become ignorant, then then they call you a female serpent. See, so it's up to you for what you're gonna be considered as. See, because you're a woman no matter what. I'm black no matter what. But the wisdom separates me from my serpent. See, so Isaiah 65 verse 23 says, they shall not labor in vain. See, so they, for whom is the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964 shall not labor in vain inside of the civil or criminal courthouses in Seminole or Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, nor bring forth for trouble in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. For they, for whom are the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964 are the seeds of the blessed of the Lord, for which are the 10 commandments that the Lord gave Moses on top of Mount Sinai. And there, for whom are the 10 commandments for which Moses brought down from Mount Sinai, where the 10 commandments, are the offsprings of the 10 commandments that came with me, right? See, so even if I did not speak the 10 commandments directly, the Florida Constitution is kin to the 10 commandments because the Florida Constitution is law. So the laws have evolved from 10 commandments to all the laws all over the world, for which has been written because of the crimes that Satan has committed in the image of God, right? Because when God's children commit a crime, then the devil wins, because the devil was able to use that vessel for his own mischievous deeds. Now, okay, then Matthew 25 says, verses 40 through 46 says, and say unto them, verily, no, and the king shall answer and say unto them. So I, for whom name is Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., for whom is the king of Four Castles Incorporated, is now saying unto you, verily I say unto them, in so much as ye have done it unto me, that you have done this unto the least of my brethren and sisterin, right? So now, I'm saying that once you violated my rights, you violated the rights of everybody who was under your jurisdiction. So when the judge violated the Constitution in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, that judge violated everybody's rights in the state of Florida, because now that judge has caused the state of Florida to be off of its legal foundation, for which is why the state of Florida is now on trial for what it has done to Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., Benita Elaine Epps Castle, Tamika Rayshawn Castle, and Tommy Chancey Castle Jr. So now America is now on trial. See, they wasn't on trial for the Dred Scott case because Dred Scott didn't have any rights as a human being. But because of the Dred Scott case, now my wife, me, and our 2 children are not property of the state of Florida. We are citizens in the state of Florida. And as citizens of the state of Florida, we are now exercising our constitutional rights to not be property of the state of Florida, but be citizens in the state of Florida.